Alright, so this time through I'm making use of Shape Tweens to do a bit of a sunrise animation. Shape Tweens are great for changing shapes, obviously, from the name anyway, but also for doing colour transitions. So I'm going to have a bunch of layers, and let me just break it down. So we have a sky layer. This is going to be our background. We have a sun layer. We will have a moon layer. And we will have a foreground. The foreground is immensely easy. I'm just going to key in all these. So F5 for insert a frame. So F5, F5, and F5. So the foreground's kind of easy. Blob brush. Let's go from some greenish style hills. Blah 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 blah. That's a little too high, but anyhow. We'll fill that and deal with it momentarily. So where's the fill bucket? The fill bucket is here. If you don't see it, there's a little triangle down the bottom corner, and it'll open up and we can just then fill it. Oh wait, I missed a bit. It won't fill if you miss a bit, so let's just cross that out. And now it'll fill. Great. I'm certain you can be a lot more artistic than I can, with a bit more better colour choice at least, just to make it look a little more interesting, that kind of thing. So if I just switch to the pen for a second, just sort of creating this impression of hills. When we actually animated, everything around the outside here will disappear, so we're not too worried about that. So as I said, that was a little too high, so I'm just going to select the whole lot and drag it down. Move it into position. That's a bit better. Alright, so the sky layer, I'm going to hide this front layer. I shouldn't have to bother doing that first, but I'll do this one. This one takes a little bit of preparation because the Shape Tween works a little differently to the Motion Tween because it does different things. So for this one, I'm going to have no stroke around the edge, and I'm going to set my colour to a very dark blue. And then highlight an area slightly larger than the stage. Excuse me. And then I want this to do a colour transition. I don't want it to do a shape transition. I'll show you a shape transition in a little bit with another layer, but this one I actually then want to insert a keyframe, but I want to change that colour. So using the selection tool, selecting off. I know this will be the same size as that, so it won't do any weirdness, and I'm just going to tweak the colour to something that's a nice sky blue. Right clicking on it, I can then shape tween it, and what you'll see happen is that nice colour transition happening. Now I obviously have stuffed up because I didn't want it to end on blue, I wanted to go back to night. So I'm going to slide that back to frame 30. I'm going to then copy this frame, go to the end here and paste and overwrite. That way, and then by shape tweening the second half, we'll have a easy night, day, night transition. And so you can see that going on there. The sun layer is just quite simply a motion tween, so I'm going to just lock those away so I can see clearly. I'm going to draw a nice little cheerful yellow sun filled with yellow and edged in black, or maybe just some fieriness. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, so there it is. Hold down shift to get that aspect ratio happening, and then basically motion tween this whole lot. Bang. Yes, it'll convert it to a symbol. And then at the end, I want it to end up somewhere over here. At the start, I want it to end up over here. And somewhere through the middle of it, I want it to be up there. So let's show everything and see what happens. There we go. The transitions of the night and day are a little too abrupt, but you can delay it by adding, say, a second tween in here, say. So let's just insert a keyframe and then go back to that layer. Oops, unlock the layer so I can actually select it. And let's change that fill color. Let's brighten it up a little bit early. And then I'm going to actually I'll just leave that as it is. Go here, insert a keyframe, and then also brighten up this little stage as well. So I should be able to go Object, Fill, tweak the fill color so that it spends a slower light transition through the middle before it hits the end. And that, shape tween to create a sunrise animation. Now, I'd like you to go on to 4 seconds and do a moonrise. So the sun's done its dash, you should be able to then darken the sky, and maybe even add some other effects. We'll see what you can do, and that's up to you. All right, so as always, save and then export as a video. So sunrise, boom, 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 file, export, and I'll cut this here, and you can get to work. Good luck with it.